Right, so I've just explained on my previous video that I didn't include Milo because I thought you might find this a little bit more, well, you won't find it interesting because it's very stressful, if I'm honest. Not so much stressful for me, I can cope, but it's stressful for Milo. So come here, sweetheart, turn around. Let's pick you up. And here's lovely Milo. So he's lovely. You think that there's nothing, absolutely nothing wrong with him, don't we? He's very loving, he's very lovely. But when you get to certain parts of his groom, his eyes will glaze over and he becomes a different dog. He's got like what we'd say is split personality, haven't you? He doesn't react very well to certain parts of his groom, and it's a lot better than it used to be because he used to like completely flip out on me. So even after all these years, he's still flipping out. He still will flip out on me, won't you, sweetie? But I've learned sort of a method to get him done without causing him too much distress. So, I mean, as you can see, he looks completely fine, doesn't he? Now, he'll try and face me at all times, but I'll face him away from me. So turn away, sweetie. I'll just turn him away so that he's not sort of in my face and I'm not in his face. Because anything that makes Milo feel threatened, he would just react to. So what I tend to do is I'll clip off his body until the point where I can see that his behaviour is changing. I don't muzzle him because he doesn't like the muzzle. He will try and get it off and it stresses him out. What I use is the bubble. This works better. It's not covering his face and he can't get to me, can't hurt himself, and that is what we use. And I have another Shih Tzu that I use that on, which works well. So I'm just going to continue to groom him. I might not say too much, but I'll stop at the point where I think it's going to change. It normally takes me about 30 minutes. He doesn't have a bath. He literally has his mum will bath him at some point before he comes, and I just do the dry cut. It's just to cut down his stress levels. So I've got my pet remedy diffuser in there. So I'm just gonna chuff off. Generally, this part is not too bad. Not too bad at all. It's generally down the legs and the feet and around his back end. So I'll do all this first. And what I'll also do, just turn you around, sweetheart. I'll do you, just lower you down a bit. I'll do the head as well first because I might not be able to get back to doing that. There we go. Just a little bit. Okay. I'm just trying to keep out his eye line. Turn away. You can see his face turning a bit, can't you? But I want to allow him the... Oh, so we're starting already. So we don't accept that behaviour. So I'm just going to pop that on. He does normally give me a bit longer than that, if I'm honest. It might be because I'm talking and that's a little bit different. Turn that way. Oops. So I'll just continue. I done it for a very long time. Now he has travelled about 30 miles to come and see me. Basically because I used to do him in my Warrington salon. And you know, she's tried another groomer, but it just doesn't, it's not successful. So I'll just stick it out this way. And I'll make sure that I keep out his eye line, without any threats whatsoever. Don't want him to feel threatened. Obviously, face to face is not really ideal. I'm just going to move you up slightly. Right, so at this point, I'm going to put the belly thing on as well. See, I'm just not taking on that behaviour, just turning away. You know, his mum knows that it's not going to be perfect. I have to say this is normally just longer than me. Trying to over more as well. Just a 7F blade. Just to flip out at any time. Generally do the back first. Just turn it there so you can see a little bit better. Move my brushes out of the way. I'm going to go the other side. So now I've got from here to there pretty much off. He's been quite aggressive today, I have to say. He's not normally, so he had to need a change. We do feel, as he suffers with fits and things like that, that it's something to do with what's going on inside his inside his brain. So I'm just going to do his back feet, because the worst area is the front legs. So I'll do all the body and back legs first, and then we do the front legs, front feet, and then I'll just I'll do what I can to do with his ears. So just try and not overhandle him at all. Oh, where's my little scissors? As neat as I can. See, no groomer really wants to be having to use these methods, but unfortunately he won't be able to get done otherwise, and he couldn't keep going to the vets and be sedated. That wouldn't be good, especially with him, you know, he suffers with fits and things like that. Let's go this way. Obviously I need my fingers to make, and my hands, my fingers to make a living. I don't really want to be losing them. At the end of the day, if getting done successfully, he might not be the best haircut in the world, but he just comes every sort of, I think we do 6 to 8 weeks. His mum manages to buy them. So I would advise when I start, whoops a daisy, when I start to do his front legs, if you at all find, you know, it's distressing, it's just a bit of real life, I thought that you might like to see. There's no knots in there, it's just, I'm just lightly brushing it. I'll just move him away. It's a bit off your tail. It's very, very random what he does, very random. I've done the back area. So this is the part that you might find distressing. So you can see him. Can you see yourself in there? Can you see yourself? Right, so I'm just going to get his leg because he's just going to whip round on me now. Oh, he might do, he might not. He might make a wire out of me, yeah. Maybe just gone over his leg. Yeah. Inside is full. tried with the good boys and things like that, it doesn't make any difference. I just find that if I just keep quiet, concentrate. This is only Velcro here, so it's not as it's not 100% safe. So don't be thinking that you can just sort of feel 100% competent. You have to monitor. What the situation, what's going on. There we go. Right, before I take that off, I'm just going to tip my nails. Did you kick them off there maybe? Oh, they're under here. Let's just move the things out of the way. Shut them up there. Right, let's just do your tip my nails. Good boy. I'm just going to check over it, make sure there's not any major bits before I take that finger off. is a bit there. Let me get it. No. Take that off. Who's that? Who's that? Yeah. Yeah. Who's that? Move on there. Move over there. Move it that way. Move that way. That's a good one. Right. Oh, no, not leaning. Not leaning. Put your head in there again. Oh. Right. Look at these ears. Move that off before we get to equipment broke. There's some tangle tears there on the ears. I've only learnt that I can do this over time because I'm trying to build it up with you, haven't we? Just them front legs really. Like I say, just glazes over. And goes into fight mode over those legs, don't you? Right, the other one. Who's that? Who's that there? Who is it? Who's that? Where's your mum? Where's your mum? Is she coming? Oh, she's coming. It is right, the leather's right up there, so. Have a look at you from the front. Okay. Move over slightly. That's a good boy. Oh, good boy. Very stressful having to have your legs trimmed, isn't it? Hey? Oh, clever boy. Okay? just got special issues generally around the front, clipping the front leg. But what I tend to do is I'll clip that quick, get as much as I can off, and then I'll scissor the feet, because it can be very lovely. You're right. What have I got here? Oh, no, don't want it. No, want it? No. So that's lovely Milo. Lovely Milo. So just having a chat to his mum there, she's like, how is he? How is he? Because she knows that he's sort of up and down with his mood. Sometimes he'll let me get a lot of his body and then he'll just suddenly turn. But today the added bonus is that he likes to be an only child, and he had to share his life with another dog for 10 days. Another member of the family has been staying with Grandad, who he loves Grandad. Just wait for see you. He loves Grandad, but Grandad is also looking after another dog, and he doesn't want to have that other dog there. So he's like, no, I'm going to take it all out on you. I'm not going to have any tolerance today. There we go. So there we are. So there's the added factor there that, you know, his circumstances, you know, in Milo's eyes, is under extra stress because he's having to share his life with another dog for 10 days. So and apparently the dog wants to be friends with Milo, but Milo is just making him aware that I'm an only child and normally I have Grandad to myself. So yeah, I've had permission from Milo's mum to share the footage. Obviously I will try and show us what's and all as much as I possibly can. The camera angles are not fantastic with my situation in here, but I hope that you can see from the video that not all my dogs are well behaved. Milo is actually a lot better than he used to be. He does tolerate me normally to clip off his, you know, his body once I get around his sensitive areas. Not so much the back feet, but down the front legs. And you know, he will start to change his behaviour. Then I normally add the bubble, as I call it, the bubble of shame. The muzzle he doesn't like, he just tries to take it off, and if he was to just take it off with there, he would turn around and he would bite me. So I try and just limit everything. I mean, he has travelled 30 miles to come and see me in the first place, so he's not happy about that in the first place. And then he'll know that he's coming here, because he's like, I go on long journeys when I go and see Wendy. So he would obviously, and he's added factors for today. And it's just literally, I just have to manage that. That is never going to get any better for Milo. Like I say, he does have some seizures there in the background, and you can tell, and I've seen it in his face, that he'll let me do a proportion, and his sort of eyes glaze over, and he just goes into this zone where you might call the red zone, and nothing I could do or say or feed him or anything would change that. So I do all the easy areas first, where it's not too much, and then leave his front legs till last. And then I will stress that obviously this is just what I do with Milo. The bubble of shame, all it is, if I just get it there, it's a little cover, it's a wipeable. There's like, you can blow up like a little balloon in there. I'll add it in the description. It is only held on by Velcro. It is quite strong, but you know, alternative to a muzzle. They can't really take this off as much, so I feel a bit more secure about it. Don't get me wrong, they could probably get it off, but this is what I feel. And I feel better for Milo. It helps me do, you know, what I need to do as quickly as possible. He's here for 30-40 minutes, dry cut, gone, you know. Yes, he is going to be upset. He'll be fine when he gets home, although it'll be better when the other dog's not there and he can have Grandad to himself. So yeah, not all my dogs are well behaved, but you know, the lady trusts that, you know, I'm not going to get hurt, Milo's not going to get hurt. I don't raise my voice to him, it's pointless saying, "Oh Milo," it just makes no difference whatsoever. So, and it would be, if I was doing that, it would just be my frustration, you know, and it would probably make things 10 times worse, because he would feel from me that, you know, he'd probably feel more threatened by that, because then it's a lot more fear involved. Not only am I trying to do things that he doesn't want, but I'm shouting at him too. So we don't need to raise your voice. You just need to stay calm. I've got my pet remedy diffuser on. Stay calm, you know, and just persist with it. Get it done as quickly as possible, then it's done, and the stress is over. He couldn't go to get sedated every time he needed a haircut. It just wouldn't be possible, and it would affect him, and it, you know, not only would it cost a lot of money as well. And obviously, if I can help by, you know, trying to get it done as quickly as possible within 30-40 minutes, you know, it sort of benefits everybody, really. I'm not getting hurt. Milo's stressed out for a, you know, short period of time, but you know, we do it quickly and safely as possible. And you know, sometimes these dogs are just like that. I didn't do Milo from a puppy. Don't know what's caused that behaviour. From what we can gather, he hasn't had any bad experience or anything like that. He just absolutely detests it. And there are a lot of spaniels that do have this behaviour, especially around their feet. This very, very sensitive. And back in the day, many years ago, there used to be the cocker age as well, where, you know, cocker spaniels were quite angry. So it could be possibly something in there in the background, who knows. But all I know is that I get him on the table and I try and do as much as I can without the soft restraint on him. I use the belly loop so that he's not able to just whip round, which, you know, possibly cause him more, you know, injury if he was to fall from the table. I'm controlling the situation. I'm doing the easy parts, getting that all out the way first. Doing them front legs as quickly as I can. Like I say, it's not so bad for the feet, it's the bit there, but it just comes, and it'll come very quickly. And as you can see, when you can deflect and just then touch him nicely, I can then even go back and brush his ears and trim his ears. Admittedly not as thorough as I would have liked to, but that's enough for Milo. And I think that was the kindest thing to do, and I don't mind doing it. I understand the situation. Many groomers wouldn't tolerate that at all. They just wouldn't. But obviously, to limit, he just has it dry cut. I don't put him through a bath and a dry and then do all that. It just wouldn't be fair on him. So yeah, any questions on that? I really, you know, don't mind you to ask me. I've just adapted my skills over time, and I find that now is the most effective thing. back in the day, I've tried the muzzle with him, I've tried treats, I've tried different approaches. I even tried a tape muzzle, which actually wasn't too bad. But it's really only meant for emergency procedures, the tape muzzle, which is like a bandage that you sort of do a makeshift muzzle with. But really that's only for emergencies, I would say. So the bubble was great. So I'll link the bubble in the description. And I'm sorry if it caused you any stress watching that. Obviously, please turn it off if you, I hope you did, you know. But that, it is one of the downsides of dog grooming, is coming across animals that don't particularly like certain things. Some you can help and help to achieve, you know, a stress-free groom. Lucy, who I do, she was quite, she was very hard work when when I started, and now she's absolutely fine. I can do a full groom. There's no bitey business. There's no nothing. She's fine. Archie, again, he was biting his last groomer. We've worked and worked and worked, and he's absolutely fine. He loves coming, and his mum's even looked through the window and he's seen him falling asleep while he's having his head trimmed. But the likes of, you know, Milo and Fudge, that's always there. And there's not a lot that would help that behaviour, I find, anyway. If you've got a better insight, then please let me know. So yeah, I don't suppose you would like the video, but you know, if you found it interesting, give it a like, give me a comment, and I'll see you back on the other video for the rest of my day.